So, the Wizard of Ozempic. I get to see people on their weight loss journeys, and I do prescribe a lot of Ozempic. I would like to talk about basics of these newer weight loss meds and some of the older weight loss meds. And this is not medical advice. Please see your doctor before trying these meds. And I offer this as a supplement to some of my clients that I see on different platforms. This does not reflect the opinions of my employers on any of these platforms necessarily. So I'd like to talk with you about my experience as someone who has written these meds and as someone who has taken these meds as well. So I'm the wisdom of these things. You can look at Jason Fung's YouTube on Ozempic, which is excellent and goes over the mechanisms more detail. But I want to just give you kind of a quick overview of these meds. So Ozempic is a diabetes medicine, and it basically quiets the food noise in your brain, and it slows down how the food goes through your intestines. So imagine you just had Thanksgiving dinner and you're like, I am full, and your stomach, you know, after Thanksgiving dinner, people are like, I'm full, I need to just relax. That's how your brain feels on it. And it slows down how the food goes through your stomach. So imagine like snow on a highway. Imagine your intestine is the highway and there's like snow on the highway. So you have to, the food is going through slower. So if you try to eat 6 tiny meals a day, you will vomit. It works better with 2 or 3 meals a day. And again, if you try to override it and you try to eat every 2-hour fast food snacking, high sugar and high alcohol diet, you will get into problems and you will throw up this food. If you're a people pleaser like I was, and I am still, my soulmate is still carbs. I still love carbs. And if I don't want to offend somebody and I go ahead and attend a function and I eat some cake that somebody made me, you will vomit. So it's like guardrails. You have guardrails with the Ozempic. Now, Ozempic is the same thing as Semiglutide, and which is available through compounding pharmacies, the Semiglutide. With the FDA shortage now, that is a permissible thing. And the other form of it is Wegovy. So Wegovy is the rebranding of Ozempic for people without diabetes. So people that are getting pre-diabetes, people that are getting signs of diabetes like hyperlipidemia, like elevated hemoglobin A1C, but not yet in the diabetic range, they can be written for Wegovy. Same side effects, same dosing schedule, all excellent medications. Now, Mounjaro is a newer iteration of Ozempic. So Mounjaro is Tirepizide, which is available at some compounding pharmacies, and is also Zepbound. So Mounjaro, Tirepizide, Zepbound, same dosing schedules. It is GLP-1 and GIP. So there are 2 mechanisms that the Mounjaro is working off. So which one is best? I want the most effective one. I want the best one. I want to get this weight off quickly. Well, they both work. And I think the best one is the one you can get access to for the longest time. Because again, the wisdom here is it's not a sprint. This is a marathon. This is changing your habits over time. We didn't develop these ways of eating immediately. And why do we have the food noise? Why do we want to eat crap, plastic, fake food? Because we've been programmed that way. And what is the food noise? I mean, I'll have people say to me, I just want to shut off the food noise. I just want to shut it off. Well, that's survival. We can't shut off all, that's not healthy, and side effects on all these meds, nausea, vomiting, the gastroparesis, well, that is real. You can have, your stomach is not pushing the food through as quickly on Ozempic, Semiglutide, Mounjaro, Tirepizide, they're all basically the same side effects. Saxenda is another one too, and that is similar, but that's a daily injection. They're all good, okay. And they also have the benefit of helping reverse a metabolic syndrome or prediabetes. So they're all excellent meds. Now, I tried Ozempic when it came out in 2020. It greatly helped me. I'm not sure if I could have gotten out of my own way without these medications. However, I am also boarded in addiction medicine, and I am a family medicine boarded and addiction medicine boarded. My soulmate is carbs. I still love carbs. I'm always going to have to, I'm never going to be able to wing it around food. Even though I'm not on these medicines now, I still have to eat how I ate on those medicines, or I am going to gain the weight back. And the other question, will you gain the weight back? Well, it's a real thing. I mean, if you have not got your life change in order and you go back to how you used to eat, you will gain the weight back. So I feel like I've come too far, and again, that's why I'm making these YouTubes, because I'm trying to keep myself together. Now, Phentermine. I was on Phentermine years ago, and Phentermine is basically a stimulant. It does quiet the food noise. I was on it in my 40s, and I look back on it. The diet changes I made back then were bass backwards of what I'm doing today. What I did was low fat, calorie deficit, and then just exercising like crazy, and I gained all the weight back. And I think about it, Phentermine is a great path for some people. But if you're on it, if you're on the Phentermine, you have to have a path for when you're off the Phentermine. And the Phentermine can cause high blood pressure. It can cause heart arrhythmias. It's speed. It's speed. I remembered too, when I was on Phentermine, I just felt so up. I didn't feel hungry, but I was also, can you imagine me on speed? It was not pretty, right? I mean, I'm just talking all the time. It was not good. And I think the worst thing about it in a way was when the Ozempic came out, I thought, oh, great, here's another medicine. I'll just gain all the weight back. It was just so sad. I was really demoralized by the time I was on Ozempic. But Ozempic, I am so thankful for it. It's a wonderful medicine. Again, I don't know if I could have gotten out of my own way. I was so hopelessly carb addicted. I didn't have the space in my mind to make these food changes. So thank you, Ozempic. I also tried Mounjaro as these samples of the Ozempic dried up, and I did try Mounjaro as well, and it greatly helped me. But I'll tell you, there are people that have access to these medicines and that don't make diet changes, and it will help, but it's like 2 is 11, right? If you do diet changes and these medications, there's a synergistic effect of weight loss. And are they dangerous? Well, they are not the be-all, end-all. There are side effects, but they really, on balance, depending on your situation, can be a great path. Well, thank you for your time. I hope this has been helpful. Hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.